Hello and welcome to another video review. This is Unreal Tournament for PC. This is the first game in the Unreal Tournament franchise, and technically the second game in the Unreal franchise. It uses the same engine as Unreal 1 and its expansion pack, but it's modified to have better textures, better models, and animations, that kind of thing. The maps look better, all that kind of stuff. So overall, I'd say the visuals are much of an improvement over the original Unreal. They're still not that impressive by today's standards. I mean, you know, it's old 90s 3D, so it's not going to be the cutting edge of technology anymore. But back when this was first released, it looked absolutely amazing. And then, of course, Quake 3 came out, and, you know, that beat it in the visuals department. But that's really not what this is all about. Now, the sound department is something that Epic has always done really well, and this is no exception. The sound effects are plenty beefy, they're, you know, concussive. All the weapon sounds sound just perfect for what they're doing. All the bullet weapons and, you know, rockets and everything, just, it hits you and you're like, this is awesome. The music is sort of a techno metal kind of thing, and it's all really well done. I believe most of it is done by Alexander Brandon, and he did the soundtracks for a lot of the Epic games back in the day. And, you know, it does fit the game really well, and it gives you this nice, you know, cyber sport kind of thing. But when it comes down to it, the reason you keep coming back to Unreal Tournament 99, as we like to call it, or UT99, is the gameplay itself. This is the iconic multiplayer shooter. You have this game to thank for pretty much all multiplayer post, you know, 1999. You know, lots of games have copied the modes. I mean, you've always had your standard team deathmatch, that kind of thing. But this one added stuff like domination. Assault was a really cool game mode. They didn't bring that back in Unreal Tournament until 2004, but it's a really fun mode, and, you know, all these different things. Then there's the mutators, this is almost basically where you started mods too. I believe Quake had plenty of mods back in the day, and, you know, that kind of thing. But this is where it really kicked off, because the mutators do different things. Like there's the insta-give mode, where you're given shock rifles, which are pinpoint accurate, and, you know, instant hit and everything. But once they hit once, you explode. And, you know, so this game is not meant to be taken seriously at all, like I've said. But it is, you know, it gets really fun, really hectic. You know, tons of chaos going on if you have lots of people playing. And I believe there's still lots and lots of people playing this game. And another reason for that is the amount of mods there are for it. I mean, there's tons and tons of mods. I mean, you've got stuff like Tactical Ops, which is basically like Counter-Strike. But then you've got, you know, Infiltration, which is basically the precursor to stuff like Arm A and, you know, Operation Flashpoint. You know, well, I wouldn't say precursor, but it's very similar to those type of games. But, you know, the amount of mods available for it just extends its lifetime tremendously. I mean, there's, you know, tons of devoted fans of Unreal Tournament still playing this one over 2004, 2003, and Unreal Tournament 3. But anyway, I would say that if you're at all interested in multiplayer gaming, or even single-player gaming, because the bots are actually fairly competent. I mean, I'm not playing on a high difficulty here, just, you know, show you some gameplay. But it's a pretty difficult game if you put the bots on the absolute highest difficulties. But if you don't, then they're pretty stupid. But anyway, all in all, I'd say this is probably the best multiplayer shooter there is, period. And yes, I do recommend it over Quake 3. I do recommend it over Unreal Tournament 2003, 2004, and 3. And simply because it's still fun. And I think that's the lasting appeal of it. It's fun no matter when you're playing it, or how many games have come out. And that's a real testament to Epic, as they've matured over the years, but still, their old UT99 is still the best game they've released, probably. So, all in all, highly recommended to every multiplayer shooter fan out there. If you have not played Unreal Tournament, you need to. If you have played it, then kudos to you. If you don't have a copy of it, you might want to get one. It's on GOG now for $10, I believe, and it's well worth it. I mean, I got mine during the Steam sale when they had the Unreal Deal Pack, and, you know, I haven't regretted it since. But it's, you know, it's a blast to play, and I highly recommend it.